Hey, my God, is this thing working? I don't. Hey guys, do me a favor. Check the YouTube page. You should see my charts. Just give me a heads up if you see it. You should see my chart and hear my voice. Thanks. Just let me know. All right, now let's see. How do I know if there's anybody here? Hearts and thoughts, they fade away. Hearts and thoughts, they fade. Let's see, group chat. No, that ain't it. Screen share, chat. Oh, do you hear me? Hi, do you see me typing? Hi there. Hi there, ho there. Yeah, it's going to be a 5-second delay on YouTube probably. All right, let me see how quickly my chart changes. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm going to hit Amrin right now. How long did it take? Let me see if I can get the chart window. All right, let me just open another window. New window. Hit the bid. Hit the bid. Wow, it's like a 10-second delay. All right, see there, now heart charts and farts, they fade away. Now if I go there.
This is Sling Studio, the first affordable live streaming multi-camera platform. Affordable.
If I go there,
Sling Studio, the first affordable live
I gotta mute this. Check, check, check. But you don't see my face, right? Yeah, what's supposed to be happening is that my dumb face is supposed to be in the corner where it says subscribe. But you know what? I just can't figure it out. And if I can't figure it out, who needs to see my dumb face anyway? Right? So anyway, if you're on YouTube right now, hello. So really what I want to do, and the reason I want to do this on YouTube simultaneously from me doing it live in my room, is that I want to conquer YouTube again. I like the days when I was the only one doing this. Now there's like 8,000 guys doing it. One guy's got 650 people watching him. And all he's talking about is buying the Lyft IPO on Friday. I mean, and these guys, and the other guy who does, no, wait, hang on. Did the chart get all like cloudy just now? Let me see something. No, it looks good. Let me see. Maybe it's the settings. Quality. Oh yeah, I gotta raise my quality. There it is. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I come at some of these guys where I don't like them as people. You can't see it? You should see an Amrin chart right now. Well, don't tell me you can't see the chart now. I see it. It's working. Killing me. It's working now, right? No, it's all right. There's something about, I wanted to get the face thing to work also, but you know what? If the face thing doesn't work, who cares? I just really want to get the charts going. And, there's another way I could show my platform and the charts and my face, but screw that. I ain't gonna, lose my mind trying to figure this stuff out where we got it working in the room. That's really the most important part. We built this new website and got everything's clicking in there. But I really want to compete with the guy who does and again, I don't not like the guy. It's just, I don't see. So this one guy, you know, what's his name? Pat Wheeland. Seems like an awesome dude. Anybody that goes fishing after trading, I probably want to be friends with the guy. So really, I just want to know where did I know where I went wrong as far as not following up on emails and maybe some phone calls, but I'm going to go on the limb and say these guys don't send emails and phone calls either. And I've been just calling this market right for a decade now. If anything, I should have everybody on YouTube watching me. Like every single person on YouTube should be watching me. It should be like E.F. Hutton up in this bitch. But let me just show you one of the charts before I fade out and just go eat some lunch. So, guys, if we're looking at the Ameren, big part of the reason that Ameren was a short today was the fact that it was ripping on Friday. Here's your 2-day chart, right? So scrunch it up. Ameren was one of the best long trades, and I'm going to go ahead and say of the year on Friday. And I'm not going to pretend that I took this trade because I was into some other stuff. And I was big on the short on Ameren just 3 or 4 days prior to this move. So I was kind of like a little skeptical. But when you see this chart pattern right here, this is what it's all about. So you got this stock rolls over. You think the sellers are going to take control. And it really actually was a good short. I was short the stock at 1874. I covered some at 1850 because that's what I do. But once you broke 1850, I'm thinking this thing's going right back down to 1750. But then I got stopped out of it at 1850. And then I got stopped out of the rest at 1864. And then right at that moment, you've got a stock now breaking back above the VWAP and then breaking the opening range and then breaking the multi-day VWAP and breaking a whole number. So now you've got 3 reasons to buy the stock, plus the fact that it's a Friday. Going through a whole number was huge. Nobody wants to be short stocks that are going over the VWAP. Nobody wants to see the stock breaking over the multi-day VWAP, and certainly don't want to see the stock breaking a whole number because now you've got the $19 calls and the $19 put guys that need to adjust their position. So once this thing got over 19, yeah, I said, you guys got to be buying it at 19. Did I do it myself? No, because I'm an idiot, and I was very stubborn. And that is what I'm always talking about. If you're going to make money in an algorithmic market, you have to trade like you're an algorithm. There's no feelings. There's no, oh, I hate this stock. Oh, the stock disappointed me 3 weeks ago. None of that. It's a new trade every day if it meets the criteria of the 1-minute multi-day VWAP reversal trade. And that one trade right there has been working for us 80% of the time, 95% of the time during earnings season. So look what this thing did. When this thing broke 19 and you're looking at $19 calls at 10 o'clock, yeah, they were still 30 cents. But let's say you want to look at the 1950s. They were a dime. The stock rocked up to 20 bucks for pretty quickly. You could have bought the 1950s for a dime and sold them at 50 cents for a 5-bagger. And then look what this thing did. Oh my God, pulls back to the VWAP. It holds it. And if you were looking at that, you're buying it as it doesn't break. Once it doesn't break the VWAP, the buyers are in control. So why not buy it as it comes off? Let's say 1935. Use the VWAP as your out, right? But then finally, when it broke this upper range, I finally traded it on the long side from 1989 to 20 bucks. Yeah, I made a whopping 11 cents. Hey, I'm happy I made 100 bucks here. I did something. And then it rolled over. I thought nothing more of the Ameren trade. But look what happened. It broke again through the upper range and took off into the close up to where? Pretty much the next whole number, right? So ripping into the close, there's always a takeover rumor on this stock, right? So ripping into the close, takeover rumor, short squeeze. Ameren, 22 years later, there's still no takeover, right? And there's probably never going to be a takeover. So what do? You have to be looking at Ameren as a short coming in on Monday. No takeover. You're going to get some profit taking from the guys that, you know, didn't sell out of it on Friday on that beautiful move up. So whatever the case, we're thinking short, but we're not going to do a short unless it gives us a reason to short. And of course, Ameren gave us a reason to short. Tries to rally on that first 3-minute candle. Next thing you know, you're back below the VWAP, and then you break the 930 candle, which is where you short the stock. You're back below the 1 minute, and you're back below the opening low candle break. Short it, 2062. 2062 short, you know the way I trade, at 2050, I'm already covering half my position. Yeah, it's only 60 bucks, but whatever. 12 cents, 500 shares. I hold the next 500. Oh, guess what? Gets down to 2025. I'm starting to cover some more, right? Starts to rally. Next thing you know, I'm down to the last 100 shares. Rolls over again. Boink, boink, boink. You get to the whole number and you're out. So yeah, covering up there was a little premature, but I like taking something off the table. I held the next 400 shares down another 22 cents, and the last 100 at 100. So not a bad trade. So now I want to go show you Restoration Hardware, right? Restoration Hardware got slammed Friday. So we're thinking maybe it could bounce too, right? But wait, what happens? It chops around, tries to rally, but then rolls. You break the VWAP and you break the opening range. You're a shorter now. So even though the stock got got slammed, there's still some selling to be done. And oh my God. Now, I wish I could tell you I was in this trade. I wasn't. Missed it. I didn't get my right entry. Then I missed this candle. I'm not going to short something that just went from 103.75 down to 102 because I'd be covering 80% of my position right there. So I'm not going to short it now, even though it rolled over and then it rolled over again. But then look what happened. It held the big 100, didn't break down under the 100. You're back above the breakdown range. So now I'm sprinkling in a small buy right here at 101.75. I bought, don't laugh, 50 shares, right? And then as it's getting better, I get myself another 50. And then it breaks the VWAP. I buy another 100. And then spikes up to almost 103.50. You know how much I love whole numbers and half numbers. As soon as it starts rolling over, I'm dumping it right here, 103.10. Not a bad trade. Not bad at all. But then fast forward to what happened next, right? That little sell-off never really amounted to anything. So then it forms a double top right there. I didn't buy it here. I didn't buy it here. But then when it held the VWAP again, I'm thinking the buyers are in control because it just held the VWAP. So now I'm going to buy it again at 103.75 right there. And again, I'm a nervous little bitch. I sold it at 104 because I was just trying to make a quick quarter on it. And I got in at 103.75, immediately sold it at 104. I mean, it was one tick. And now we're kind of in limbo. But, again, this is what usually happens. You're going to go into limbo during the middle of the day. Market's gapped up, had a little sell-off. Now we're in consolidation mode. You don't want to trade when the market's going sideways because you're generally going to get chopped up. The Alcoa. But I have a split personality. That's the only thing. I really am. I truly represent what you will become after 22 years of trading. You'll have every OD. You'll have ADHD, OCD, ADD, HD, Tourette's syndrome, of course, self-induced Tourette's syndrome. You get it all. Yeah, the 180 trade, that was a tough trade on Friday. But hang on a second. Lift right now, right? It's, again, if it was a different time of the day, But what you're seeing on lift is enough reason to be involved on the long side. You've now tried to sell off one more time, two more times, three more times. You're slowly making higher lows each time on your way back to testing the 1 minute VWAP. Now, again, I love to see it not do anything for another 2 hours. The longer it stays underneath the VWAP and then breaks the range later in the day. Now, are you seeing the charts? If I move the chart on my other screen, I don't think you see it on this screen, right? Yeah, you got to see it. I can't do both screens simultaneously. But yeah, so what you're seeing here, it's coming out of this range, right? But usually at this time of the day, you don't get breakouts. So you'll get chopped. So the longer it chops and stays below that last range, this is setting up for a long. And I'd rather be late to this trade a little bit and right than early and wrong. Right now, it's in limbo. Yeah, you could get a spike to 71.20 any second now, but you could also roll back over and test 69.20. So let it chop around, let all the rookies make their mistakes and lose all their money. And then maybe they come back to this thing with frustration and the shorts decide they want to cover. And if you don't think there's people short in the stock, there are, even though it's sort of illegal to short IPOs, there's ways around that. You can get it. And, the buyers seem to be outweighing the sellers right now at these levels. The question is, does it break out? And it's, again, it's worth keeping an eye on for a long trade because obviously most of you guys can't short it anyway. And yeah, that's it. I mean, what else is something, what trade's been really interesting is the WTW, that stock for you swing trading fans. Every time it dips under 20, it fights back. It's actually been pretty good under 20, down at these levels. You're getting paid. There's been some decent areas like right here. This is what we call the ass crack 1 minute breakout, right? So look at the WTW right here. I call it the ass crack, whatever. But here's your 1 minute. You held your multi-day, so the sellers are already dried up down there. You're back above the 1 minute. Now you're back above the crack of your ass right there. So your 1 minute held, and there's your crack, and you're kind of getting an opening range break right here. And all that stuff. All right, I got to go eat lunch. But definitely stalking Lyft for a buy. Still stalking Restoration Hardware as a buy. And those are my two, again, remember, trading is quite often boring. It's a lot of waiting for something to emerge. Earlier you're getting, you got to react quicker because you're getting the moves. 945 range breaks are good because that's your first range break and you're getting some real moves. Now you generally go sideways and there's really no advantage of trading right now. So I only trade when everything is in my favor. I want to see range break reversals, VWAP tests, VWAP reversion trades, and a lot of that stuff just doesn't work between 12 o'clock and 2:15, 2:30. It's just not a good time. It's taken me my whole life to come to realization that why fight a trend when I know tomorrow I could win again earlier, or later in the day, they tend to get a little bit better. It's just this time of the day, not a good time to be trading. So I usually just say, don't do it. Yes, marketing, never been my strong suit. But I'm going to self-publish a book soon, so I can say I'm a. Oh, sorry, I wasn't on the air there. You guys on YouTube still hear me? Chickadee check, chick check. How does anybody bet against this market? I mean, damn. You know that Alcoa trade, right? That really does, in itself, right there, shows you how to survive trading. Alcoa became just a shitty stock for a while there, right? And it really isn't even that good of a day trading stock. That's why I don't talk about it anymore. You know, you find your go-to stocks. You know, lately for me has been, you know, WTW. For about 2 months it was PCG. You know, for a couple of months it was Cron. Then we, you know, back when we were loving Alcoa, is Alcoa, US Steel, ATI, and Cliff. And then you rotate into what's working, and then you just, and you just, you know, then next thing you know, it's earnings season, and then you're just focusing on who reports every night and every morning, and then you go back to your go-to stocks. You know, right now, Tiger Woods has been one of my go-to stocks. I'm flawless in this trade. I have not lost money, maybe once, but I have not lost money trading this stock. Plus, it's good because I'm long biased, so I'm only looking for buys. So look at this one. Here's your one. You get choppy chop, finally rolls over. Then next thing you know, nobody's there selling it. You find a bottom. Nobody wants to be short. Stock's going back above the VWAP. There's a quick little range break. So now you're buying it, and you got paid. Now, obviously, the main range break was right there, because look how beautiful that setup turned out to be. There's your opening candle. There's your double top. So you're over the VWAP. You tried to break the opening range and failed. See, you might, Rabbit, you might have lost money right there. If you bought 1335 and got spooked, you might have lost 20, 15 or 20 right there. But then you came back with fury and rage as it broke 1335, because you're not going to let that fucker go up without you. Everybody knows that trade, right? I'm not letting that fucker go up without me. So you're buying it right there, and then you got paid. What's up? You know why that candle was so big? Because these fuckers weren't letting this thing go back above 1335 without getting involved. And you're breaking all-time highs. What's up? And now you're loving it, right? Probably got stopped out around 1385, 1395. We're still in it right now because I like this thing. I think it's going to 15. So fast forward. Look where you came back to. You'll always test the range where you came from. Look how you got back to that range breakout, almost to the penny, 2 cents off. And then you didn't break down. So if you didn't buy it there, look at this. They gave you another chance because the algorithms did their job. And they brought it back to that price. And now you're loving this thing. So good stuff. VWAP ass crack, man. You only hear it here. What page? I think it's on page 5 in the brochure, as a matter of fact. All right. Let's welcome to the stage, I believe, our compatriots here. Solid. Let's just call them solid. This market, again, just grinding up. Very difficult market to trade, because if it's a grind higher, inevitably you're going to be buying something at the highs of the day. I choose to sit it out. I'll rather wait for Restoration Hardware to give me a better entry, maybe lift right now. Again, flat as far as day trades. Let me make sure. Well, if you want to consider a couple of shares and lift Tiger and Cron, but they're nothing that signify. They're just kind of like keep an eye on positions. I'll keep like 8 shares on some trades just to make sure they're in my position blotter so I don't forget about them. But we're just grinding higher. This market is just it's just amazing, really is the word for it. Again, being a bear overall, it's simply stupefying, mesmerizing, mortifying, really, how you get this, we go from boom to bust, and then this just seems like we never go down. And then we finally have a sell-off, and just when you're preparing, oh, well, if it stays here, I'll buy this, and well, maybe I'll buy that, and next thing you know, it's over, and we're already flirting with new highs. It really is amazing. All right, on that note, I got somewhat of this YouTube thing working. You don't need to see my face. But yeah, man, spread the word, because look, I'm not trading low cap stocks. I'm certainly not going near penny stocks. If you guys want to know how to survive and thrive, I've legitimately been trading my whole life. I mean, my first stock I bought, I mean, I was, what, 17? Been a long, long road. All right. I'll see you guys in a couple of, I'll be back by 3. All right. Solid jello, everybody. Signing off. I'm signing off. Thanks a lot, buddy. All right. So that's that. We're off on the website. You guys know where to find me on YouTube. And how do I know how many people are watching? What do I got? 6 people watching today? 12? No thanks there. All right. Well, spread the word, man. I mean, this is trading that you should be doing. If you're not using VWAP and you're trying to day trade without it, that's just being irresponsible. It really is, and it always has been, something that you should pay attention to. But now I believe, because we're trading on such an algorithmic and much more algorithmic world, that's why it's working out. So, by the way, 4 apples and everybody that sent me those links. Yeah, that guy's good. Yeah. Here's where I'm at. You know, I got the OBS to work, but I think I got to read into that also. Do I have to copy a new? I thought there was just one, the embed code, like that streaming code. Do I have to put that in each morning into the OBS? But if it really comes down to whether or not you could see my face or not, screw me. Screw my face. I don't need to see my face. I just want these charts to be live so you can see these charts live and, you know, really get a good idea for what we're doing here. Like Lyft, right? Now you see why you don't chase anything at this time of the day. But this is setting up to be a really nice long trade. It doesn't look like it right now, but the more people lose money during the afternoon, they will come back with fury and rage and power. Not to say this thing's not breaking down, because I think this is going to $50. So that's why I'd rather be late and right than early and wrong. Right now, you'd be early and wrong. This thing breaks down into the lows of the day. You're going to 67.50 today. Breaks 67.50, you're going to 65. And for everybody that's wondering,
but I thought the market never goes down. Where I bought Lyft because the guy on CNBC said it would never break 72.
Once they said it's never going to break 72, you knew it was over. But I can't get over the fact that they were refusing to say anything negative about this on the first day. Overhyped, worthless. Say it like it is. It's a failed IPO right now, 2 days in. You're getting smoked. All right, so can I pause the feed without shutting it down? Because I hate doing that. Let's see. Screen sharing. Now, I'm going to hit this button. You let me know if you still hear my voice. You guys still hear my voice? Oh, now you see my stupid face. Is that what happened? Now you see my face? My stupid face with my Michigan State sweatshirt? How about that game? What happens now? Do you see my face, my fotch, my faccia brute? Oh, you do see my face. But you don't see the chart. All right. Right, whatever. All right, boys, ladies, gentlemen. I'll see you guys. All right, so now I know that button just shuts the chart down, and then I hit stop broadcast, and that should stop working. All right, be careful out there. I'll be back at 3 o'clock.